They like Scorpio, I know your name. Okay, hold on, nigga, we can never hate. Had the party jumping.
Hey, I'm gonna give y'all a solid 45 minutes. Again, I got court. The court actually is a little while. It's about like an hour and a half or like an hour and 45. So I'm gonna give y'all an hour. I'm about to handle the picture, okay? I'll give you an update on that. I've had 2 lingering cases in 2 different courts for like, I believe I called it last year. That's how long it feels. Everything was going okay. And then I hired a lawyer. I paid this nigga money and I showed up to a hearing. I'm like, what the fuck my lawyer? The judge gonna say, you don't got a lawyer. So I looked at him myself. Gotta be able to fool with you. You don't got a lawyer. Of course I got a lawyer. Come on, we actually discovery last time. I was talking like, what's going on? He says, wait, who's your lawyer? I said, come on, man. I had joke with you. I told the court the nigga's name. The judge said, yo, listen, I can't give you legal advice, but regretfully, we got to tell you that right now, your lawyer is suspended from practicing law. He's not recognized by the state as a lawyer at this time because he's suspended, so he cannot be your lawyer. And I was laughing, okay? So my lawyer basically got caught doing some bullshit. So my lawyer on some shit. So anyway, I got to try to get my money back from that bitch because here's the thing. If the court don't really fuck with my lawyer, how the fuck he gonna be able to help me?
Yeah.
So I hired a whole new lawyer, like whole new lawyer, make sure to look up the reputation and stuff like that. First lawyer still got my money, I gotta go get that. And he lied to me too. He told me he was taking a vacation. He wasn't taking no vacation. You knew you were gonna get suspended. Anyway, so yeah, I got a new lawyer. Hopefully, we can go. In other news, Youngboy is actually in court today. He should be appearing pretty much shortly. Right now it's 8 a.m. in California. He'll be appearing, I think 10. About 10 a.m. he'll be appearing in a California court to listen to federal charges. The case that originated in Louisiana got transferred to California court after he was picked up in California, picked up more charges, and the feds figured, they submitted a bunch of motions. They're going to be trying it in a California court. If you don't know what Youngboy is charged with, they're saying he's a felon. He should not have any possession of a gun. They claim they could prove that he has possession of a gun by, well, really, he was doing a music video. They got called to the scene. They found hella guns, but there were hella people. Obviously, everybody else is saying, no, it's my gun, it's my gun. Nobody's going to say Youngboy had a gun. They looked through a bunch of stuff. Also, they're keeping the witnesses' statements in mind. And then they went through the SD card of the cameraman and they said, oh, Youngboy, we have you holding a gun. Possession is 9/10 of the law. They say that. Yeah, if you have a gun in your hand, that's possession. So they were trying to use that. Ultimately, Youngboy's lawyers got all SD evidence tossed out. So any pictures of him having a gun at that time got tossed out, which I'm wondering why this is even a case or a trial. Could Youngboy be the 3% of people who actually go up against the feds and win their case? No. But usually people give the feds credit like, they got a 97% conviction rate. But this case seems rather weak. I don't have nobody who could identify Youngboy specifically. Like I believe the people who called the cops who were looking from their window, all they said was there's a bunch of Negroes outside with guns. Please come over here. They didn't say, oh, that's NBA Youngboy. Youngboy was with like 10 to 15 people. You know what I mean? Of course, the lawyers would be like, how you know this Youngboy has done that, right? Keep in mind, no matter what you see on those pictures that came with the SD card, I put some on my YouTube. They can't be used. So they have to prove their case without those pictures. Okay? Now, I believe the feds have some type of, hard on for Youngboy. They clearly want to get it. Wait, did I put on YouTube? Okay, YouTube, welcome. Yeah, but finishing what I was saying, the feds have clearly a hard on for Youngboy in the sense of they thought this was a slam dunk. when they went to go, catch up with him, and he ran from the police in California, the name of their, mission was Operation Never Free Again. They clearly they want him locked up. They want to score a victory that way. And if he beats this case, it'll be very embarrassing. They're coming up with all different type of things because now their case is weak because they can't use SD evidence. I don't think none of the guys that Youngboy is with is going to say, "Oh yeah, we saw him with a gun." No, right? The people in the houses that call the cops, they can't identify one black man from the other, right? I know this, right? So it's like, what do they really have? Now apparently, and you're going to see me do a video on it. Like they're trying to use a bunch of lurks. Lurks and circumstantial evidence basically say that Youngboy definitely had a gun. Okay, now him being a felon, right? I have to look this up, but we know he can't have a gun, but it doesn't say he can't be in the vicinity of a gun. Okay, now there usually gets a little complicated if he's in the vicinity of other felons who are committed. It gets like tricky, but still, I'm looking at this case that's pretty weak. It's probably one of the weakest cases we've seen against rappers kind of go forward. Like we all look at the Thug case and we're like, he's in a lot of deep water, right? He's not winning any of the motions. They're pretty much disagreeing with the prosecutor. With this, Youngboy scored a significant victory. And if you ask me, if he just beats a Fed charge, he might just be a fucking legend. You know what I mean? Like his album that he drops after this is the last time it's the last one on might just go crazy. You know what I mean?
Hey, coming in. Life is hard, man, but it's easier when you have the right resources, right strategies. Check it out here. Scaling from 0 to like 7 figures in a little bit over the months, right? So, and hitting like $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 a day in sales. Now, this is not like some magic, right? This is not some bullet point. This is not something like get rich scheme, right? This is like just the right framework applied to the right business, with the right product. So if you have the right business, if you have the right mindset, we will help you to scale your business. If you already do like $30,000, $50,000, $100,000 per month in sales.
Hey, congrats to Youngboy. He pretty much, it seemed like he's gonna beat that case, honestly. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe. Youngboy is one of my favorite artists, so